welcome to my channel. We are going to be doing something very exciting today because we are moving. I know, I can't believe it. We've been at our current apartment for a little over 2 years now, I believe. And I currently live with my partner Matt and then our friend slash roommate. And you know, as much as we love this part of our lives, we are ready to just move out on our own, which is so exciting. With moving comes apartment hunting, which in itself is definitely a part-time job, but I filmed a lot of apartments that we visited and I thought I would just go through them with you, show you the pros and cons of each. I will include the prices as well. And if I didn't say it already, we currently live in Los Angeles. So we kind of just went around the city and looked at different apartments, either in the area we're currently in. We looked in West Hollywood, Hollywood, you name it, we checked it out. So I will be taking you along for that. Now that we've lived in a few apartments, this will be our 4th apartment that we're gonna move into. So we're kind of pros, and also that we know what we're looking for and what we're not looking for, and then search based off those parameters. Our must-haves include 2-bed, 2-bath. We currently have a 2.5 bath, 3-bedroom. Obviously, now that we are going to be down a person, we don't need 3 bedrooms, but the 2nd bedroom has been so nice for Matt's office, and we both refuse to go back. And a 2nd bathroom is great for guests over, so they don't have to walk through the master bedroom to get to it. Other than having the right amount of bedrooms and bathrooms, this is the most important thing, and it is to have a washer dryer in unit. I refuse to waste any more time and money getting quarters from the bank, putting them into machines that don't work, and then having to dry my clothes like all over my apartment anyways. It's just not the vibe. We've done it, we've been there, we're over it. My current apartment has the best setup of a washer dryer, and that's what I need for the rest of my life. It actually makes me want to do laundry now. Like, I don't mind doing it, as opposed to when I was literally Santa Claus taking a big sack on my back and bringing it up and down the elevators to see if there was a working and empty washing machine that I could use. Okay, next up, we need a master bedroom that can fit our king-size bed. We had a full when we moved into this apartment, and obviously this space can hold our king-size bed. And now that we have it, we just never want to give it up. It's so comfortable and we love it so much. So we want to make sure that the next bedroom we live in can house it. This is more of a need for me than for Matt, but I need a walk-in closet and a lot of storage space. I just own a lot of things. I own a lot of clothes, and I just want the space for it. I've been spoiled my entire life. I've always had a walk-in closet, and I just am not ready to go back, you know? That's just something personal for me. Next up on our need to have list is a fitness center. It's already hard enough for me to want to go to the gym when it's down the hall, let alone if I have to get into my car, find parking, go check in somewhere, and then go to the gym. It's just not gonna happen. So I would love to have a fitness center in unit where I can just walk down. It's nice sometimes to even bring my laptop and I just walk on the treadmill and work from there. So definitely want to have a fitness center wherever we end up. Last but not least is good natural lighting. Not only do I need it for filming, I need it for work as well, and honestly I need it for my mental health. It's nice to, you know, be able to see the sunshine and not have doom and gloom with no windows. So we're looking for something with a lot of good natural light. Now that I've gone through my list, it is time to get started on looking at these apartments. Apartment number 1 is a $3,400 a month 2-bed, 2-bath on Sunset and Vine. This was actually a really solid first viewing. The apartment was absolutely gorgeous and had great amenities, including lots of community spaces like the clubhouse, fire pit and patio areas, a beautiful pool and jacuzzi, and a fitness center.
This is the walk-in you need.
This is the walk-in I need.
It's the walk-in of your dreams.
For
right
real.
here.
This is a whole room.
I know.
I could literally put my desk in there. The bedrooms are carpeted and have windows that open up onto the outdoor patio area, and the unit also has a decent sized balcony. This area is also pretty walkable and was right across the street from a Trader Joe's and a Chipotle, which is both very helpful and very dangerous. I think the biggest con of this apartment is how touristy the area is. It's literally on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which can definitely be busy, filled with tourists, and just overall not the greatest. The other issues were the bedroom sizes, which were much smaller than what we have now, and the fact that it would take 2 elevators to get to the unit. Overall, I would say it's a solid option. The second apartment was priced between $3,100 to $3,400 depending on the unit. I would say the highlight of this apartment was the rooftop pool and jacuzzi for sure. The views were absolutely gorgeous and just gave me like major vacation vibes. The scenery out the apartment windows were almost just as gorgeous. Views of the mountains, the iconic Hollywood sign, it was great. Loved the pantry as well. There was so much storage space, which is obviously one of our need to haves. So check that box off. I do feel like the amenities at the apartment were better than the actual unit itself though. The balcony was huge, which is great, but kind of unnecessary. Like I would much rather have a smaller balcony and a bigger living room than have to sacrifice like our inside space. The bathroom counter space was also super limited, and as someone who is a skincare loving girly, that is just not going to work for me. Checked out an apartment in Hollywood that had a great washer dryer setup, very similar to what we have now. It also had a wine fridge and pretty bathroom countertops, but even at the lower price point, the apartment was definitely not my favorite. It's right off the highway, so it's super loud, especially on the balcony that faces the highway. The cabinets were also pretty small compared to what we have now, which doesn't bode well for my storage bins and just all my stuff in general. The other issue I had was that it seems like you would have to pick up packages in the leasing office as opposed to a mailroom or just getting it delivered to your door. So that was definitely the biggest downside with this one. We really loved this apartment. It's a great price at $3,100 a month and had tons of amazing community spaces. They had a fitness center, clubhouse, sitting area, outdoor fireplaces, grills, and an incredible pool and jacuzzi with cabanas. Like, talk about a vacation. It was also right near Dunkin', which as an East Coast girl gives me major hometown vibes. The best part about this is the fact that they have stray cats that just hang out around the pool. There were 4 that were sleeping together under this little tree, and I could have moved in right then. The unit itself was really nice and had carpeted bedrooms, walk-in closets, and was pretty modern, so it was checking a lot of boxes. The only downside was that it's not in the best area and it's kind of removed from what we're used to, so we'd have to decide if the apartment itself is enough to make us want to move out there. All right, apartment number 5. We loved the washer dryer setup, the balcony, the glass shower doors, and the kitchen island. But I didn't love the kitchen overall. The cabinets were kind of dated and felt like a downgrade from what we already had. The walk-in closets were also not really walk-ins, which was another downgrade. So pair that with the super small bathroom drawers, and this one was a no-go from us. Another bathroom with tiny drawers. This was definitely the quirkiest apartment we looked at. When Matt showed me the Jetsons mural on the website, I was a little apprehensive about checking it out. Coming in a little under $3,400 a month, this 2-bed, 2-bath is actually located on the Hanna-Barbera Studios lot, hence the mural. Made a lot more sense and added a little something, wasn't just a weird Jetsons obsession. So each floor of the building has a different theme. So like the Jetsons, Scooby-Doo, all of those cartoons. And it has lots of cool art and pieces about the histories of the shows as well, just like in the hallways and in community spaces. The apartment is in a pretty cool location with Universal Studios right out your window. You can literally see the Minion. And it's within walking distance to that, as well as restaurants and an LA Fitness across the street. We were initially worried because there was no fitness center in the building, but they actually include an LA Fitness membership when you rent with them, which I think is really nice. The building also has a mini movie theater, door-to-door recycling, and the unit itself has a built-in balcony. I would say the biggest downside is that the unit seemed a little dated, but with everything else it had going for it, we really liked this apartment. Next up is a 2-bed, 2-bath listed at $3,200 a month, and for what we would be getting, it is a pretty solid deal. The complex is only a few years old, so everything is really modern and clean. The unit itself was super sleek and had these really sick mirrors that I want when I'm rich and famous. Like, just the fact that you can change the lighting is iconic.
What? No. Look at you.
I know, neat, right?
It's ready for you.
It also had extra storage closets and just space in general. The leasing guy said he had lots of women live in the complex, so they're big on security and it remains pretty quiet, which, you know, love that. The main issue we had with this apartment was that it isn't in the best area. It's not around a lot and doesn't have a lot of parking. This isn't a deal breaker for us, but as someone who likes to host, it's definitely preferable for guests to have at least a couple of options for street parking. And I, you know, also like to feel safe when I'm walking around by myself, so this one's a maybe from us. Coming towards the end of our apartments, but apartment number 8 ranged from $3,200 to $3,400 a month, and its biggest pro was definitely the amount of storage space. The kitchen had an island and floor-to-ceiling cabinets, so there were plenty of places to cook and store pantry items, and the bathroom had a ton of good storage room as well. They didn't have a 2-bed, 2-bath available to show, so instead they had us check out the penthouse. It didn't really give us an accurate portrayal of what our apartment would look like because 1, not the same layout, and 2, the penthouse had a fireplace, built-in Bluetooth speakers, and updated kitchen appliances, which when we asked about it, those are all things that we wouldn't have. But that is neither here nor there. We just overall felt like we would be paying more and getting less. The last apartment I'm showing you was almost our top choice. It's a big 2-bed, 2-bath in a great area, running for $3,400 a month and checked off pretty much all of our boxes. We already live close by, so it'd be an easy move and to a place we're already familiar with, which is a definite bonus. There's a Starbucks, local coffee shop, and grocery store all within walking distance, which is really awesome. The outdoor space is super cute with grills, fire pits, sitting areas, and even has a pool and jacuzzi. In the unit itself, there's carpeted bedrooms, double sinks in the bathroom, and tons of closet and storage space. The only minor downside was that it didn't have a ton of kitchen counter space, but definitely enough to function. So, you know, if anything falls through with our current choice, this is definitely the backup. We've come to the end of our apartment hunt. Thank God. As fun as apartment hunting can be, it's also a part-time job. Like, you are just in between tasks at your real job trying to rush over to an apartment, and half the time you're not even gonna really like it and you still have to pretend like you do, and then you just leave and say, I will never be back here again. And I didn't even show you guys those. I spared you the not so great apartments, but I think we have found our perfect match. It actually was not in this video, so kind of, you know, give you a little cliffhanger and have you come back for another video where I do an empty apartment tour. Hopefully I can get in there before we start moving things in. I'm so excited to be doing an apartment series. I love like apartment and moving vlogs, so I hope that you guys do too, and we'll, you know, stick around, hang out. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok, which is where I'll be posting a lot of updates as well. Just wanted to say thank you for watching. Let me know what apartment videos you would like to see, if you have any questions about the apartments I did see, or like any questions about living in LA in general. I would love to answer them. I've been out here for like 4 years now, so kind of know what I'm talking about sometimes. But yeah, that's it.